Hi, fourth graders. This is lesson 6 of our personal narratives unit. And here is our vocab for today. So pores, that's a noun. And those are small openings. We have them in our face. So tiny little holes. It doesn't have to be the pores in your face though. Any small opening. Scored is a verb. And that is to cut a line on the surface, often in preparation of cutting through. So if you're going to make a mark where you're going to cut, that's called scoring. Forget-me-nots, those are small blue flowers, so that's a noun. Plow is a verb, and it means to break up earth in preparation for planting. So before you plant seeds, you have to kind of break up the soil. To plunge is to jump or dive energetically. Striding is walking with long steps. Chuckled is to laugh quietly. And lugged is carry around with great effort. So you're carrying something heavy, you're lugging it around. Okay. So number 1, these are going to be reviews, and then we're going to read another passage and answer some more questions. So for review today, number 1, blank is the attribute of a person shown through what he or she says, thinks, feels, and does. So is that an opinion, personification, a character trait, or a part of speech? Number 2, which is an example of cause and effect? So read each of those. Which one is showing you why something happened and what happened because of that. And we are going to read an excerpt from a book called A Girl from Yamhill, and this is by Beverly Cleary, and this section is called The Farm. Beverly Cleary is the award-winning author of more than 20 books for children, including the Ramona books. This passage is from her memoir, A Girl from Yamhill, in which she tells the true story of her childhood. She was born on a farm in rural Yamhill, Oregon, in 1916 and lived there until she began school. In this excerpt, she is a young girl and lives with her mother and father on the farm. At Christmas, I was given an orange, a rare treat from the far-off land of California. I sniffed my orange, admired its color and its tiny pores, and placed it beside my bowl of oatmeal at the breakfast table, where I sat, raised by 2 volumes of Mother's Teacher's Encyclopedia. Father picked up my orange. "Did you know that the world is round like an orange?" he asked. "No, I did not." "It is," said Father. "If you started here," pointing to the top of the orange, "and traveled in a straight line," demonstrating with his finger, "you would travel back to where you started." Oh, my father scored my orange. I peeled and thoughtfully ate. So there's a picture of him showing her, you start here, you go all the way around, and you're back where you started. It's the farm. You can see there's some type of footsteps going on here. I thought about that orange until spring, when wild forget-me-nots suddenly bloomed in one corner of our big field. The time had come. I crossed the barnyard, climbed a gate, walked down the hill, climbed another gate, and started off across the field, which was still too wet to plow. Mud clung to my shoes. I plodded on and on, with my feet growing heavier with each step. I came to the fence that marked the boundary of our land and bravely prepared to climb it and plunge into foreign bushes. My journey was interrupted by a shout. Father came striding across the field in his rubber boots. "Just where in Sam Hill do you think you're going?" he demanded. "Around the world, like you said." Father chuckled and, carrying me under his arm, lugged me back to the house, where he set me on the back porch and explained the size of the world. Mother looked at my shoes, now gobs of mud, and sighed. "Beverly, what will you think of next?" she asked. There's her boots. All right, so these questions are related to the passage, so be sure to go back and find the answer. Number 3, in this passage, the narrator tries to walk around the world. What is the cause of this? She wants to experience Christmas in other parts of the world. She hates living on a farm. She reads about different cities around the world. Her father told her the story about the orange. All right, so this is a little visual that's going to help you answer number 4. And these are some examples of dialogue in the farm. And remember, dialogue is when a character is speaking in a story. And we know that it's dialogue because of those quotation marks on the outside of the text. So here are some examples. You can see there's the quotation marks. Did you know that the world is round like an orange? End quotation marks, he said. So number 4 says, which part of the first quote is which part of the first quote from the text is dialogue? So the one I just read, what part of that is being spoken? Which part of that is dialogue? Number 5, how do you know if something is dialogue? And number 6, which is not an example of a tag? So take a look at all of those choices. Which one is different? Not a tag. All right, that is it for lesson 6. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye, Adams.